Joey Wayne from Fuzz Evil. Thanks for joining me.
What up?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember trying to get you on when your last record came out, so it's been a little while. I'd actually have you on and talk about this new record, which I'm enjoying very much. It's not quite out yet for the main public, but I'm enjoying it very much. I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, a couple months, maybe, something like that. Yep.
Thanks for having us. Cool. I know we finally synced up, man. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
I've worn out that shirt I bought from you, that Slightly Fuzzed shirt. It's pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great, man. I appreciate it.
Shirts.
It's a soft one. Yeah, I wear it all the time too. As corny as that is, wearing my own stuff, but it's a comfortable one.
I mean, at some point,
you know what you like, right?
Yeah. Remember, it was a Gypsy Hut. Remember the band Gypsy Hut?
Yeah.
They used to always wear their own merch, but that's because everything else they owned was dirty.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I feel like
I like baseball tees, and it's a comfortable one, so that's why I made it, and that's why I wear it. All right, so we're gonna do a game called Real or Fuzzed. I'm gonna show you some album covers, and some of them are real album covers, and some of them are not. They're fake. I made them. I call them fuzzed, and then I'll give you a few at the end there just to see if you can come up with something good for them.
You can test Joey's album art designing.
Yeah,
I'm doing a lot of art.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was gonna have an artist on here. You're gonna see right through some of this stuff.
Appropriate.
Yeah. All right, first one. Let's see here. This one's from a band called Bong Water. The Power of Pussy. It's called.
I feel like this is
real or fuzzed.
This is fuzzed.
This is fuzzed.
This one's real.
Yeah.
This is a real album.
That's a real album.
This one's real.
The Power of Pussy. Dude, she looks pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's called Camel Toe. The Burden of the Hump.
That's fake. That's fake. That's fuzzed. No way.
Well, that imagery, right? Isn't that the same font that God, I can't think. What was the record? I feel like
is that a concept album?
It's a piece.
Yeah, there's definitely a concept.
I'm gonna be resident naysayer and say fuzzed. That's what I'm gonna say.
This one is fuzzed. Yeah.
Okay.
You have the really big commitment to call yourself Camel Toe.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think there is a band called Camel Toe. After I made that one, I saw a different album cover that I've used here before, and it said Camel Toe on it.
You should hit up like, Bill, I'll sell you this album art.
Yeah. This one's called Big Men, Small Pipes.
This is super real.
I feel like this is real. Like
remember we did a fuzzed off.
Yeah.
I feel like this is on our fuzzed off.
We used to do like a little podcast talking about music and stuff, and we would talk about funny album covers. And it seems like you always run across album covers like this.
Yeah. It's like
I had no idea that you had a podcast about funny album covers. That's basically what I do now. So
nice.
That's awesome.
Great. We should share you that.
Yeah.
It would be that commentary was. We went a little too long, I think. Like on album because they were so good.
There was a band called The Shits,
Really?
But it was like spelled like SCH or something like that.
Shit.
Dude,
I feel like
that's great.
Real.
You ought to bring it back, man. I wanna be on this podcast. I've been doing this for a couple years.
Right.
I'm sure you could probably show me if you've never seen, and I hope that I can show you a couple that you've never seen.
We'll call ourselves Camel Toe.
Camel Toe Podcast.
This one's called Deviate Damon.
Oh, that's a cock.
Yeah, that's a cock.
That's real.
Were these guys real huge or?
Yeah, these guys are huge, man.
If you can't tell, this might have came out during the pandemic.
I feel like
here's
the thing. This is my logic. I feel like this has to be real because your detailing on that wiener is really like exquisite. So unless you're like to draw a lot of wieners, I think this has to be real.
I do like to draw wieners, but this one is a real one. This is a real album cover.
It looks pretty real. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
he doesn't like it that much. I mean, he admires the art, but
you can just use this.
It's okay. The album art's okay.
You can just stay on this one.
I'm putting that in the backdrop of my phone.
This one's called Catastrophe. Feline Fine.
I feel like, what's that shirt say back there? Plaster?
Zoom in a little bit on that bad boy. What does he say? Pirates.
I feel like this is fuzzed.
Fake.
This is fake.
Fake. Nobody wears a pirate shirt.
Stick to the rules. It's fuzzed.
Fuzzed.
Yeah, this one is fuzzed.
Yeah, fuzzed.
Keep It Gay.
Oh, this is real.
High fidelity. Keep It Gay. Piano and organ.
This is conversational music called Keep It Gay.
Oh, dude, I love it.
This is a real. This is probably from like.
I feel like it should be piano flute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
real.
This is real.
Yeah.
Real? Yeah, this one's real. Slut Magic. In My Mouth.
I think I've jammed this. Oh, man.
I'm gonna say. I think this is.
This is tough. This is tough. I'm gonna go against you, and this is real.
Fine.
You said it's fuzz.
I'm gonna say it's fuzzed.
This one's real. Yeah.
It's my album. I'm joking.
Solo project.
Slut Magic.
Trapped Again by the Bearded Clam.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's fake, but it's good.
Is that like a Columbia Records looking? That's hard to tell what that is. God,
this is fuzzed.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go real.
Yeah, real.
This one's fuzzed.
It's fuzzed. Dang. But it's like I do like it. The Trapped Again by the Bearded Clam. The color toning is correct, right? This is well done. It's cool, right? Well,
it almost looks like a like a Bernstein Bears, like that, like some of the artwork for the Bernstein Bears. It looks like this would probably go well with that, except different storyline.
This is a poor guy. I mean, he's about to get attacked by seamen as well. It looks like.
Yeah.
I see a theme going here.
Yeah. So, where are you leading us?
This one's just called Dirty Ass.
Dirty Ass.
Settled
by Daryl Send. I don't feel like I should finish that. Like some spell is going to cast on me. I say that. Is that what language is that? Is that a language?
I feel like this is real. It's like they're not from the United States and they Googled like something that sounds cool. And, they're like, let's call our band Dirty Ass. And they're like, that sounds cool. What's it mean? And they're like, I don't know. It sounds cool though.
Yeah, I bet you they get like tons of people wearing shirts that say Dirty Ass.
Yeah. Especially their fans are just gross.
We went to the show. It was gross.
It smelled terrible in there.
This one's real. I think I've used a couple of their albums. This is just one of many that they have. But
what's their music like, man?
I don't know. This one I haven't checked out. Some of them I've checked out. Some of them I haven't. But,
maybe not too many rabbit holes tonight.
Right before you know it, I'm just gonna be. That's like my only band I'm listening to.
It's a big Dirty Ass
record. Be like probably like the second or third Dirty Ass records are just so good.
Yeah,
so good. They hit different. Yeah.
Randy Coven, Funk Me Tender.
That's got to be real. Dude, there was something happening in the 80s that was just unreal, right? Like you could get away with anything in the 80s.
Is this not Sylvester Stallone, like his side project?
Young Sylvester Stallone.
Tell me that guy doesn't look like Sylvester.
He does, yeah. He dropped a few pounds and that's him.
Man, that purple bass, dude.
Well, his record label.
Funk Me Tender.
His record label is called Guitar Recordings. I feel like this is fuzzed.
I feel like it's real.
This one's real.
Yeah, guitar. It was the guitar recordings down at the bottom.
That's what threw me off.
That's what gave it.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
There's too much detail to fuzz in there. You got to start fuzzing some of that logo into things, and people.
Right. Well, all right. That's all I had for Real or Fuzz, but I have a couple more images that maybe you guys can come up with something, a band name, an album name, song, anything you got, whatever. We'll just
we're really good at that.
Yeah, this is our wheelhouse.
This is what we do on tour. 9-hour drives anywhere on the West Coast. You just come up with band names for 9 hours.
Oh,
here's
let's see. We'll call this. We're gonna do band name or album?
No,
name?
I got it. This is band name.
All right.
This is Pygmy Helmet.
Pygmy Helmet? Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it Mother's Love.
Shredder Gramps.
Shredder Gramps. It kind of looks like Sittler.
Or Fruit of the Doom.
Go back to that last one. So, and like we've done these music videos for years. We did this song a long time ago with Power Whip Machine called Sexy. And my buddy Sittler, who kind of looks like that when he's wearing only underwear,
Yeah.
He's been in every one of our videos, but there's a video of him in only his underwear dancing, and it kind of looks like that.
You know what I said the other day was? Fruit of the Doom.
Fruit of the Doom?
Dude, listen, I'm not even joking. I need more like fuzzed albums for these games, and I'm using Fruit of the Doom. I'm stealing it and using this picture with Fruit of the
Doom. That's so good.
In about 4 weeks, you're gonna see a completely finished album cover called Fruit of the Doom.
Can you please use the Fruit of the Loom like logo?
Yeah.
Put Doom in there.
Oh,
I love it.
Aw, this reminds me of Mom.
I know. This is a sick record from Wizard Pussy.
Wizard Pussy.
Yeah,
Wizard Pussy. No, I think this is this has got to be one of those like Japanese metal bands that plays on anime shows.
Yeah, this is for sure that.
Right? So we should it's got to be that type of name.
Or this is a 2-part concept album called Father's Milk.
Father's Milk.
Oh, man.
I can't beat that. That's Father's Milk.
Oh, geez, what's this?
Oh, this is like an alternate universe where that movie back in the day where they make the mashed potato fucking.
Oh.
Remember that the globe thing shows up at the end, but it's a semen.
Yeah.
Instead of a globe.
This is this one's called Randy Newman and the Sperm Landing.
And the Sperm Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Randy Newman and the Sperm Landing.
Yeah, that's their first record.
It's their first record. It's untitled.
Yeah. This was a conception album. This is a conception art, right?
Conception album.
A concept album?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this is our conception album.
I love it.
Oh, geez.
Oh, dude.
Diamond Dies. Now we get a little dark.
Yeah.
You think that girl's just like large, or do you think it's like perspective?
I don't know. Mom's pissed off in the background though, right? So I don't think that she was supposed to kill the cat. What is she holding on the other side? Is that like a doll?
Her doll, yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely has kind of a Goonies thing going on there.
Yeah.
Diamond Dies is really funny. I've looked at this picture a few times, but like, you know, Diamond Eyes is like a Deftones album and stuff, but it says Diamond Dies on it.
Right.
So,
you know what's odd is the mom is shocked but not that surprised.
she doesn't look that surprised, no.
No, it's like, oh man, this.
I think she's
We've
more
gone
like
through so many
"I didn't
cats.
wait
God damn
for
it.
you. You're supposed to kill the cat together.
You know, I feel like it's just a really large baby. You know, like maybe she's just
Her head shape's kind of
6 feet tall. Yeah.
Now that you say that, she does look awfully large.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't come up with a name for this.
This is called.
Let's see.
Or we could call it Diamond Dies, Dies.
Oh,
And
okay.
the cat's name is Diamond.
Yeah,
Nice.
Diamond Eyes.
Or
That's good. Just change a Y to an I.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Diamond Dies. Diamond Dies.
Yeah, and a little cat name tag that says Diamond on it.
Yeah. Why does the cat still look alive? That's what
It looks happy. It's like the cat is not scared.
Oh, it's dye. It's not blood.
It's die. It's not dead necessarily, but it looks awfully normal.
You know, if you just put a little some knife in her other hand,
This could be like
Yeah.
a camera probe trick.
this whole thing
Yeah.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
assuming this whole time.
I'll Photoshop out the die bowl, put a knife in the other hand, and it's just a kid murdering a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
You
Spencer's,
should be careful about that on
this
the
is a
internet.
Spencer's t-shirt. This is what this is.
Have you ever watched that movie that was like
The cats,
Don't
yeah.
fuck with cats on the internet or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
That was dope.
Take it very seriously, some people do.
Yes.
All right, I think this is the last one.
Oh yeah, dude.
This is so. Let's figure out what's going on here. He's obviously a genie, right? He's got a little genie thing there.
I think it's kind of Elon Musk.
He has a very dark elf kind of vibe going on, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. Definitely in some
This should be
dungeon.
like
dungeon elf.
And kind of seance-y looking. It's like
Yeah.
old school. So it's got that like, this has got to be like some sort of, maybe it's like covers of, it's like metal band covers of show tunes
Oh, I can see that.
with a techno flavor.
Oh yeah.
Not electronica, techno.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's got them like big fucking. But it's released from a band somewhere in Northern Europe area.
Oh, this is definitely like a European
Dark metal. And they only release their albums on tape.
Yeah, this is definitely like a dark Berlin
Mm-hmm.
like record, you know.
Yeah, it's got like the tape aspect ratio too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, this is definitely.
Yeah,
This is the lead singer, something like on Calgary Records, you know, like the all cassette
black metal, bro.
black metal for sure.
This is black metal.
Because you can tell that could be white face paint. You can't tell though, but
He's got.
he's even got like elf ears. He's got pointy ears.
like you can't. It looks like those might be prosthetics, but it could just be real. You never know.
Could be real.
So it's definitely fantasy inspired dark metal, black metal.
Yeah, for sure. No nose though. Is that a nose there? Yeah, it's a pointy nose.
Yeah.
They should just call it smell the incense.
Like Nosferatu has like the
Nose Ferratu. Yeah.
Nosferatu. Okay, the jokes are getting worse.
I know. Not hitting as hard.
Nosferatu.
All right, that's enough of that. That was Real or Fuzz. That was awesome. You guys are good at that game. A little too good at that game, I think. All right, smear merchants. So, like I said, I remember listening to your last New Blood last album was New Blood, right?
Yep.
And this album, it's not like a departure or anything like that, but it sounds different. It's fuller. It's a little bit more complex, something like that. I know you added a fourth member. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, we added a fourth member. Actually, we added two new guys.
Okay.
And they both have like very like heavy backgrounds. So
different backgrounds.
Yeah, different, but mostly metal.
It was this album was really interesting for us because like I remember when we first started writing it. So like Wade and I do a lot of the riff writing and kind of figuring out what we want to do. And I kind of helped put things together. And so Wayne was sending me riffs and I was like kind of shoving stuff together. This is like prior to us getting as a band and like working through songs. And I remember Wayne just kept going, no, I just want to like make it, this is something that needs to breathe, right? And just something like longer, changing parts. And so we just kept writing and writing and writing and everything just started writing into itself. And by the time we got it with the band, the influence of both of those new guys was really cool, actually, because Preston's got all that ambient sound and stuff going on. He's a new guitarist, and Cajun's just a great drummer, right? He's more on the like technical side, he's like one of those guys that likes like Dream Theater and like shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool, right? But he really brought some of that to the table, right? And started writing parts as well, like really writing. So yeah, this thing is very, very much so a labor of writing. Yeah.
So when we first originally thought we were finished with the record, it was about 4 or 5 songs, right? And the label comes back and says, typically we were just going to release it as an EP, and maybe do it on a split with another band. But then he goes, yeah, splits don't really sell like they used to. Like a full 44-minute, 50-minute would sell better. So I was like, you know what? It would be cool. It is going to be on vinyl. It's going to be on cassette. And so let's just write these songs. It's how they all go into each other. They breathe into each other. And almost like, because a lot of times our live sets, we do that same thing. Like we work the songs into each other.
Yeah.
So there's no dead energy, the song stops.
Talking about bareness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what influenced that.
And like bareness was a big influence on that because that's something they're very good at.
Even when they tune their guitars, it sounds like they're playing a song together.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole album, man, like it's really interesting because it's like there's a lot of instrumental parts through it and a lot of space, right?
Yeah.
And like that's something that we haven't really delved into until this album.
I think it's something that we're really enjoying. We'll probably start writing a new record at the end of end of this year.
Start now.
Yeah. Probably start. But King Gizzard was a huge part of like how we kind of viewed the songwriting process. Like King Gizzard will put out, I remember they put out like a song called Shanghai. It was like an electronic song, right? And it's like, if you heard that song, you're like, it's okay. But then you hear songs like Goya, which is this heavy thrash. And the band, I love how they don't put limits on what they're doing. And we've kind of approached our records like that. Like we could just go put out the same doom and stoner record every album, but I don't know if we really want to do that. Like I always love, we grew up playing with so many different influences. Like I know we probably told people before, but Joe and I grew up playing like gospel in church, and he's went on to play like with Latin bands and
Satanic Chapel.
Yeah, so it's like I love bringing all those influences in that, and bands like Queens of the Stone Age. One of the things I love about them is those drum beats are all Latin drum beats that they bring in over those riffs. That stuff. And it's
all unique though. Yeah.
And so like those drum beats, they're very like, they're not so canned drum beats. And so it's like kind of approaching the songwriting. So it's something unique. When you hear it, it's familiar. Like, oh, this is a doom song. Like the actual song Spare Merchants. It's a doom song, but there's ambient stuff in there. There's riffs and so hooks. Like more stuff you would see in a more like more mainstream metal and stuff like that, but it's still dark enough to where it feels like doom and stuff like that. But,
yeah. Well, the other thing I've always liked about Queens is that you never quite know what you're going to get from the new album. Like it's always something completely different. Like aside from the last 2 or 3 that have kind of been lumped in together, but throughout their career, every album is wildly different. Like they just take on this new personality with each album. And I could make that argument about Fuzz Evil, and especially with this one, just feeling just totally different from the last, and is that something that you're going to continue, or was this like a experiment because you had new blood in there?
We got so it depends, right? Because here's the deal. Like we are prolific writers. So we have I have this like drive of like, I don't know how many songs
we have a lot of songs,
like 30 songs that like over the last few albums, that stuff we didn't like on this one, or it's a great song but didn't fit on any of these albums. So like it kind of depends, like where the inspiration goes and comes from. I think that we'll always keep some elements of like what we've done here. I don't think you're gonna like some of that ambient element, some of that heavier heavier doomy like screaming stuff too. I don't think it'll ever kind of go away, but it's definitely gonna like continue to evolve.
Yeah, it's something we probably progressed into. Like we always had like New Blood has a very like it almost. I wanted it to feel like if it was a Queens of the Stone Age record, like right after Songs for the Deaf and right before Lullabies to Paralyze. It's got punk influences. It's got, it kind of sounds like a Royal Blood record. You can put it on, and it's at that time we were listening to a lot of that, and it's like I really enjoyed.
I still do.
Yeah, we still love all that. So
fucking Dead Poet Society is like one of my favorite bands.
So we wanted to write something like that, and that's when we were still missing members. And Joey and I wrote everything on that entire record. So it's like we did all the drums and the guitars and bass and did everything. But when you bring in other members, it's like nobody wants to play in a band when people just tell you, hey, you're going to play this style. So it's like you kind of feel these guys out and like what they bring to the table and try to use people's talents the best they can.
I'm still pretty controlling though.
Yeah. Yeah, we both are probably. Yeah.
It can't be the easiest thing in the world to work with us.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I've listened. I even went back and listened to New Blood the last week or so, just as kind of a comparison and a refresher a little bit. But this new album is amazing. It's just really full, and there's just so many different things going on in it that you got to kind of re-listen to it a couple times to get the whole picture. And I think it's really great. I think people are going to really like it. So
I like thanks, man. Yeah, there's this it's kind of this weird morose feeling to it almost. I don't know how to explain it. Whenever I've so I put it down, I haven't listened to it in probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks at this point, because I did all the mixing and
you did all the Joe actually was the engineer, did all the recording and everything.
Production, recording, mixing. So but I put it back on and I was listening to it, and it's weird. It's it almost feels surreal at some points, and just kind of this different feeling to the songs. I don't know how to explain that any other way, but once you listen to it and you hit all those weird in between instrumental parts and get back into the songs, yeah, by the time you're done listening to the whole album, you're like I don't know, in a different headspace a little bit.
You know? Like the transition from like How to Vibe Alone, that whole in section from Under the Starlit Grave into How to Vibe Alone, and just how it peaks out and then it ends into like Whispers from the Abyss. It's like this cool lengthy ambient thing that it kind of takes you right back to the beginning of the record where you could just almost start it over, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a trip. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. So what else do you want to tell anybody? Dates or you have any shows coming up or anything you want to tell anybody?
Yeah, we've got a few shows and dates. In Sierra Vista 2-5, we're playing with Mr. Bison. 2-11, we're playing in Tucson with Pentagram, which is going to be freaking awesome. New record comes out March 21st on Desert Records. The cassette comes out on Evil Noise Recordings, probably around the same time. And then we will be on tour in May, probably mid-May, from the 15th to the 24th. We're going up the coast and back down, probably 10 days. And we'll have some more dates, like probably here pretty soon once we get them all finished booked up. But we're just looking forward to getting out and playing. I've missed touring so much, and it's hard, you know, being on that hiatus because you realize you could have put out so many records in that time. And it's like, we're just like working as hard as we can to put out records as, you know, just write and tour and play. And, you know, it's what we love to do.
And have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys ever come up to the Midwest?
That's our plan. So I put us in for
a show at Rockford.
Yeah.
Not joking.
You'll be the first in quite some time. Congratulations.
It's you in the crowd.
We're just playing on Circle K. Yeah. I put us in for Maryland Doomfest for 2026, and I'm hoping, you know, hopefully we can get on that. And if that's the case, we're going to be probably touring all in the West right there. So, I mean, all the East, sorry.
Sure.
That whole area would be a first for us playing in the East Coast. So pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, so East Coast is interesting, right? Because you have to think where we're at in Sierra Vista, Arizona, or Tombstone, what everybody knows, right? Mm-hmm. Closest city is really Tucson, an hour away. Phoenix is 3 hour away, but getting out of the state, 8 hours, right?
Yeah, it's 7 to 8 hours every drive for the tour.
Yeah, and getting through Texas is like another 20 hours or some shit. So if you want to, for us to get up that direction, we're already like probably a weekend to get up there. Yeah.
This would be cool if we get on that festival. We could fly in,
or we'll just drive it and play. Yeah. We do owe some shows to like Colorado and Austin and shit. We haven't been out there in a long time. So,
sure. Cool. Right on. Anything else you want to share about the album coming out or anything? That's all I got for you.
I guess I'll just say this, right? Like, I know a lot of albums come out and like people choose what they listen to. I would like tell people this is worth listening to, right? And I'm not just saying that because like I helped write it and stuff, but there is really something special about this album.
And getting the vinyl treatment, it's going to be on a gold with blood splatter. And so there's probably two other variants, like I can remember what they are now, but the main one is it comes right after a lyric from the actual song Smear Merchants, blood for gold, it's in one of the lyrics. And so it's going to be pretty cool. So,
yeah. Well, like I said, I can't recommend it enough. When I heard it, I was blown away, even by the production of it and everything. And Joey, I know you said that you worked on all that, on the sound and production of it. So I was blown away. I've been a fan and I've listened to your last albums and stuff like that. So when I heard it, I was like, damn, like you guys really stepped it up on this thing. It's really something special. So
I do need to give a shout out to Mark Milborn. So this dude's he's a professional mastering engineer, and he really took me under the wing on this one, right? And he spent way more time with me than normal people would to sitting back mix and telling me to fix things and kind of working with me through the mixing and mastering process. And I would say that if I'm listening to the mixes versus the masters Mark did, he really helped make that thing shine. So
yeah. I don't know how well trained my ear is. I'm not an audio guy, but to me, you know, sometimes you hear it and sometimes you don't. And to me, I was like, damn, this sounds really fucking good. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this whole issue, it's like a lot of times you learn something, you have these opportunities, and you take opportunities to learn from it. Like on our second record, High on You, which kind of is like has more of an 80s vibe. Like if you mix the 80s with like stoner rock, or, you know, that's what that feels like. But we had the opportunity to record at Dave Grohl's studio and with Paul Fig, and just watching someone who's done, you know, Slipknot records and Alice in Chain records, and just watching that guy work, and the fact that we both kind of dabble in recording, and just watching the whole process at the highest level you can, and then taking that back home and learning that was just like a gold mine of information.
Trying to reduplicate it without $1 million worth of equipment.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's very cool.
But yeah, it was definitely, you know, big shout out to Paul. He's a great freaking guy, and we learned a lot from him, and he's, you know, an amazing guy. So, you know,
awesome.
Just take advantage of those opportunities, man, when you get them.
The date one more time. Smear Merchants, March 21st.
March 21st.
March 21st. Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and everyone go check out.
Yeah, this was fun, man. Yeah. And if we ever want to do that 3-way podcast, we should just start.
I would love to, man. I got to go back and like check this stuff out, see if I can find some more album covers.
I'll send you a link to that one.
We'll send you a link to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good.
So, yeah. All right. Thanks again.
All right, man. See ya. Take care. Peace.